Fire Island is back. I'm bringing Fire Island back. The mother Sims don't know how to act. I think it's special what's behind your back. So turn around and I'll pick up the.
Hello everyone, I am Blue Ice. I am a host here at Fire Island and we're doing a class teaching for hosting. Now I see that many people have made it today, which is perfectly fine. This is just the first class. We would have been chatting with everybody to finding out where their strong points and their good points are. When you are hosting, it is a valuable thing to the community. Anywhere you're working at, any club you're working at, you're part of a community. And this way, when you get together with everybody, you want to make them feel comfortable and feel at home. You want to treat them like you would treat your own family members. You want them to feel comfortable and in place, no matter what they are. And here at Fire Island, we do not discriminate. If you are a pony, you are a furry, human, or whatever, you all belong here. That's the first thing you gotta know about hosting, because there's no discrimination in hosting. That's how I truly believe it. But I go over a few things at the beginning. If you want to learn hosting, you have to be able to hear the music your DJ plays. If you cannot hear the music and hear your surrounding areas of what's going on, then you cannot be a good host. Because you may have something come up and your DJ may say something on the air that you need to pay attention to. It's like guiding you. You are a team, a tag team. You want to make this club keep going. You want it pumping. You want people to feel really welcome here. So music, listening to music and hearing your DJ is a really key point of being a good host. But we'll go over a few things while I'm here. Since it's just me and you right now. We'll go over a few things. Now, you want to learn hosting. That is awesome. Now, you love talking to people. You love chatting it up. You find a thing you like to do. That is wonderful. Being a host is a privilege and an honor. Being a DJ is a privilege and an honor. Working well with a DJ is a blessing. Here at Fire Island, we are sure, to make sure that everybody here feels great. Hey, Vreda. Welcome. I'm just going over a few things, talking about how it's a privilege if you want to learn to host and be a host. And if you can hear people, it helps out so much, because if you can't hear your DJ and you can't hear your music, then how can you host? It is a privilege and honor to do that. And it doesn't matter what you look like. Most people think, oh, I'm a newbie, and they think they can't host. You can. Just because you look like a newbie, just because like this, it don't really matter. It's your personality and who you are. If you truly want to show people that you can shine, you could do it hosting. You never figured out what you would be. You could be a comedian. You can be somebody that's totally shy and then come in here to a job like this and find out this is when you're not shy, you're shining. Because you're complimenting your DJ. This is not an easy job, and it can be hard. But it is a privilege and an honor for me to host here for Fire Island, and it's an honor for me to start teaching y'all. So I'm going to go over a few things about hosting. If you like to sit back, relax, it's totally awesome. In a few minutes, I'll let you a question. Now, I'm going to do several classes. I'm not going to try and throw all of this in one day. We're just going to go over some key points to start out with as a host, okay? And there actually is a 10 commandment rule that some of us hosts do follow. And I'm going to just go 10 minutes bandits because I can't basically do it all. Here as a host, we don't mind, but sometimes you'll go to a club and all they do is freaking spam and gesture and spam. They don't say hello. They think gestures are the way to go. But again, 1, thou shalt not gesturbate. If you gesture's okay, spamming them is not. A lot of people don't like that. There's DJs who don't like that. Number 2 of a host. Again, second one of the 10 commandments of hosting. 2. Number 2 would be, thou shalt not beg for tips. I mean, people hate when you beg for tips. They really do. And most of the time you can say, hey, promote your DJ, promote yourself. It's fine. But don't sit there and make people feel like all you're going to talk about is they want is about money. Typically, if you're hosting and you're DJing, we're not really here to make a lot of money. It's going to happen eventually. It's time you get in there and people say you're good. They're going to tip you well. But you're not going to beg for it because this is an honor and privilege. You get to see all of your friends. You get to hang out with people and the best people ever in a club. All right? So don't beg. Just, sit there. Hey, tip your TJ, tip your host, tip your club. That's all you need. You don't have to sit there and beg for it. On the third one, this is the 10 commandments of hosting. Thou shalt not be negative. No matter what personality you have or situation that's going on or personal problem, never bring into the club. Never. If somebody's coming in and you see people that are trolling you and griefing you, I'll be honest, when I would see them, don't play no gestures, don't even really talk. Stay and be quiet for about 5-10 minutes. See if they leave. They don't go. Still greet your guest. Hello, blah, blah. If they come and bug you, don't worry about it. Because the one thing that you have to understand, you have to rely on, in our case, we have bouncers. The bouncers are going to get those people out of here and make it smooth for you. If somebody is in your IM griefing you or trolling you, let a bouncer know. They will take care of it for you. So don't let that make it negative here. Don't give you a bad idea because it's going to happen. Everywhere you go, this is going to happen. If you're hosting, if you're auctioneering, anywhere. So just ignore that and go on and be like positive as you can. Now we have a number 4 of the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not be negative. No matter what your personality or situation, never. Never, 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 never be negative. Because if you're negative, it brings you down. And you could be having a horrible day, but for some reason, I can have a horrible day. But once I come in this club, the music's going, and I'm around such wonderful people in this community. It makes me happy. And I want to do great for them. You are going to basically never bring it to work. And I will put the other part of it in because I forgot to put that out. You're never going to bring it to, never ever to at a club. You want to be treated like it's you. If this was a real job, and you have to be a professional. At the end of the day, you have to be professional. It will pay off in the end because people are going to see it. Okay? They are. If, again, number 5 of the commandments of hosting is because some places have dancers, some don't. Okay? But I'm going to say this straight out. You're going to feed the dancers. You're not going to help the host. You're going to spam a little bit there. Show them that's a little bit of love. Show them some loving. Don't push it or force it down people like, oh, you have to tip them. You have to do this. Because we understand, again, you're just starting hosting. And there's going to be some good days and there's going to be some bad days. But don't make people that are around you miserable. Because if they come in miserable, they may not have much Linden on them right now. Don't mean next week they will have some Linden and they're going to tip you better. They're going to remember how you treat them. And how things are going. Alright? That's another thing you've got to remember as a host. Number 6. I know this sounds like a lot, but I'm going to go through these 10 commandments, Here we go. You should not wear anything that blings. Anything's like a strobe light on yourself ain't gonna work. You're gonna blind somebody, and so thou shalt not bling. I mean, no ring. Ring is fine, but you're not gonna wear things that are bling bling, causing like strobe lights. You can wear a few things, but you don't need these big fancy rings. You don't need these big things. You really don't need a major hats. Now, unless you're doing a theme. If you're doing themes, then I can understand you dressing up to that. But you also got to remember, too, some of the stuff that we wear, well, it can be scripty, heavy, and laggy. So, sometimes it's just play tacky. Just don't wear it, Just don't wear it. It's just make it easier, have fun, Get with your DJ, plan out your stuff, show if you have really good friends with them, and say, hey, does this look too bad, or not, Now, number 7 is really important, because when you are hosting, you're not at all gonna say, oh, I'm not coming, I'm gonna be AFK for a while. No. Because I understand you're gonna have to use the bathroom. Everyone has to do that. Usually when I have to go to the bathroom, there's a team here. Usually we have a DJ and we have a bouncer, and sometimes we have somebody else that is from here that may be a host or another DJ. If I have to go to the bathroom, I'll say, hey, can you please do me a favor and host temporarily until I get back? They are gladly to step up and please make sure your DJ knows you're gone for a little bit. Let them know, because they'll step up and they'll take the place for you for about 5-10 minutes, whatever little bit of time you need. If you're gone away more than 15 minutes, that's a little bit unprofessional for you. You should be able to go get a drink, go to the bathroom, and come back in 15 minutes. You don't need to be away, thing. If you have a phone call that you have to go, but it's going to be a long period, so do me a favor. Don't answer that call. You can wait, because this is a shift that you signed up for. Now, if it's an emergency situation, then I can understand. Totally, believe me. My mother has dementia. So I am lucky to work for this community, because they will work together with me if something happens. And they are there for me, and not many places will. But if you get tight with your community and the people around you, and they know what's going on, they understand, and they will work with you. So don't leave them hanging, but come back as fast as you can. That's one of the main rules on number 7. Now we're gonna go on the 8th one, and you should remember this one big-heartedly, okay? Because on number 8, you're not going to ignore a guest. That is a big, big part of this community here. People that come in. If you're possible to say hello to every person, come on in here. Hello, Susie. Welcome, whatever club you're working at. In my case, it'll be the Palace or Fire Island, saying Fire Island. Welcome to Fire Island. Come in. Join the fun. Make them feel welcome. Make them want to be part of this community. Because everybody here has a place. Nobody should feel unwelcome at all. And that's a big thing. Plus, if you can, joke with them. Get to know them. Say hello to the person. How are you doing? I throw marshmallows. If everybody knows me, I throw marshmallows. I throw marshmallows at the exploder. I throw them at people. I run around and joke with everybody. Because I actually love my job. I love meeting new people. And that's what makes this part of my hosting wonderful. So don't ever ignore somebody. Don't make them feel excluded, because in real life, you remember that first day you were at school and you just go into class and you're so scared because you're afraid you're not going to have any friends. We don't want that. We don't want to think anybody that comes here is not a friend. Again, we don't discriminate. I don't care if you male, female, straight, lesbian, bi, we're open to everything. If you're a furry, you are who you want to be, that's all we want you to be. Now I'm going to go to the 9th. Hey, Wes, come on and sit down and join us if you want. I'm going over a few things. I'm going to the 9th commandment, which I know Awas has the cards to this, because I have sent him to this. On 9th one, thou shalt not annoy. Don't send out mass TPs in group and device, etc., unless it's the club, okay? You have a few groups that you can go into, and you're going to send out a LTP, you know? But you don't want to do mass TP through your friends list. I personally do, if I know the people that are going to come to this club, I will personally IM them, say, hey, before I'm even working, I'm going to be posting, I copy what I do, post here, hey, I really like you to come to my club and join us over here at the family if you can. If not, I understand. I do it that way. There's some that'll make groups. If you do groups, fine, I'm not going to thing, but do groups of 5, groups of 8. Don't do 20, 30 people in a mass thing, because you want them to get personal. And if you're in a room with 30 people, you can't really be personal, you know? Not if you're sending out a notice. So maybe 5, 10 people at a time. But again, you'll be sending groups through, like if you worked here, you'd be sending out group notes through Fire Island. And then I have 2 others that I send out through the gay community or LGBT communities. And I just say, hey, we're going to start here and there. And I send it out through them. Now we're going to do number 10. Begin. You know, it says, thou shalt dress for the event. That's right. Best and polka dot dots. You wear dress in the event. Example, something polka dot, you know. If you can't do it, you know, you ain't got no money, you can always find something for Zero Linden and Marketplace. You know, there really is no excuse for it. But if you really don't have it, sometimes if you come and talk like to your head host or your DJs or maybe the club owners, you know, they will kind of help you out a little bit. Not all of them are rude and I mean. They understand that you are just starting out and you may not have the funds, you know. But the nice part about it, here at Fire Island, your host does make the events. Usually I get together with a DJ and I ask the DJ, okay, what would you like to do? Always ask the DJ what they like to do. If you don't have that clothing item, let your DJ know, hey, I really don't have this, but, you know, and usually they'll go, okay, if you don't have this, what do you have? Do you have, okay, you want to do best in leather. Well, do you have anything black? Okay, we'll do something in black instead. So we'll do the best of black. Or let's just have something sporadic, do a pajama party and everybody show up in pajamas. You know, work with your DJ. They'll work with you, especially if you're just starting out. That's what's really nice. Here, again, it's like a team. And a team's like a family. And you want to treat everybody like your family. So that's over the 10 commandments about hosting. If you have any questions over that, please go ahead and ask me about them. You know, that's not a problem if you have any questions about that. All right. So nobody has any questions about the little 10 commandments we have going on here? All right. I'm just going to do a couple of things, you know, about hosting, okay? Basically, it's good to show up. I'm going to do this. And, you know, you're going to show up a bit early. I say 30 minutes. 30 minutes to an hour if you can. Show up to the place. See how it's going. Even if there's another event going on, you know, get together. Watch how your host in front of you works too. You know, watch them. You are new. You're going to see how this host works and everything. You're going to even go, oh, this is a great host. I want to be like him or her. Or I think it could be better. So when I'm hosting, I'm going to do a little bit better than this one did. Always come up, you know, because you're going to get those notices out, you know. Early, you're going to know everybody. You're going to have things. You can have it ready and prepared, okay? I'm hoping the note cards are kind of helping out. Me just doing the notices here. Okay, here. You know, usually send them out 7 minutes prior to your event so you can kind of get away to it. And then you're going to send one at the halfway point. Hey, it's halfway party. Come on, we're still working here. You know, some clubs may have a theme. here at Fire Island, just for shits and giggles, we'll say, hey, come on naked. Let's just everybody get naked. Joke. You don't have to get naked. It's just a pointing, But if you work with some DJs, they'll say, if they say get naked, because that's how they are. Each DJ's different. Everything is. It's you can't really be embarrassed. You're putting on a show, you're a performer, you're having fun. It's like me and a movie star. You're having fun performing. You're just a pixel. No matter what type character you are. If you are a pony, to a werewolf, to a human, you're just here having fun, okay? You could also do VIP groups if you know how to do those. We'll get into that more and more, into this. I'm hoping I'm not going too fast for y'all. Please let me know if I'm going too fast for y'all. But here we go, again, going on. You're going to try your best to say hello to every guest that arrives, You can make them feel welcome, you can make them feel bad, saying, have a great day, come on in, have fun. When they're leaving, oh, I hate to see you leave, big hugs, goodbye. I hope to see you again. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate everything you do. I do that because I want everybody to make, feel welcome. I mean, if I go to a club, I want that. I want them to say, hey, come on. I want you to come back and be part of our community. Because that's what a club is. It is actually a big part of the community. Passing out VIP tags to guests who do not already have them. Basically, I will teach you how to do that. I'm going to tell you how you can send a VIP tag, because that's very important to a club. You get those VIP tags going, you got people basically going, I want to be part of this. They're part of the community. They feel welcome. They're going to want to come back. That is the main thing. So we will show you or teach you how to do that too. Not a big deal. It's easy. Again, you are just here to kind of some refresh and some to learn, okay? But these are ideas that are going on, okay? Number 3. Again, I'm just giving you basic ideas to help you out. We will be doing this for a couple of weeks on Thursdays at this time at 6 o'clock. Just letting you know. So there's going to be a lot of stuff we're going to work on. Right here. If you work in a club that holds events, promote the events. Get the names of the contests. Make most of everything you're doing, okay? Don't worry about it. This is just thing. I use a microphone. Some people don't use a microphone if I'm in big places, because sometimes we will be hosting up there and doing promotions for concerts. This is Fire Island. It is part of our jobs here at Fire Island, but other places it may not. So I'm just covering everything, because when you're hosting, you don't know where you're going to be doing. Sometimes you're going to be hosting maybe for a big concert, which is great. Sometimes it's just a little party. You want to be flexible because you love your job, okay? So you're going to find out what events are going on and stuff like that, Again, never ignore people. Just keep on going, okay? If you have tons of people and you just need a little break, and you're like, okay, I need a little break, but let me get them directed to something else, just for a few minutes. Again, if you got a large crowd they're developing, promote the exploder. You have one provided your club, use it. Hey, everybody, let's get on that exploder. Let's have some fun. Blah, blah, blah. It gives you enough time to take a break and breathe for yourself. Because you'll hear them go ching, 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 ching. And it gives your DJ enough time to sit there and go, hey, everybody, get on that exploder and blah, 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 and do his little thing. It also gives you a break to sit there and think, what can I do to make this job better? Me, I take the break and I think, okay, since this whole community of Fire Island, I'm going to plug the stores. So I'm going to sit there and take this time and go, hey, everybody, Go check out the stores. They got some new clothing lines, new things, exciting things around. And I'll start pinpointing things that's on this island out. It gives me enough time to think. So use the explorer to your advantage to help you decide, hey, there. And again, make it fun for yourself. You make it fun for you. You're making it fun for the community. You're going to have fun, and people are going to have fun. And it's like a family, again. But we are a team here. But you want to treat everybody like you would treat your family. You want it to be treated with respect. You got to show respect. All right? So I'm going to go on to number 5. Because again, I'm doing everything that I know what clubs do. If you work at a club that holds an event, okay, remember to let your guests know what their voting rules are. Sometimes some places have, hey, you're going to vote 15 minutes before the end of the event. If you leave, you're going to be taken off the board. There's some places that do that. They're not going to keep them on there. And here, more likely, we're not going to keep somebody on the board if they come in and stay 5 minutes and the board's been up there for almost 2 hours and then the event going. It's not right. It's something you would not do. All right? If you don't understand things, talk to a manager or the main host, me, or an owner. We'll explain everything to you. Now, like I said, I'm going on through concerts to everything, how you want to do this, okay? Again, I'm just going at the beginning of stuff that people expect hosts to do. Because, again, you might work here, you might work somewhere else. We want to make sure you got the knowledge in your hands to understand what you may be asked to do at other places. Here, how to make message votes, okay? This is actually to do, an easy way to make. You make a simple announcement in the crowd. And they have to IM you. That's a way that you can do it too. You can say, hey, everybody, I'm over here and we don't have a contest board, but I want to do a little surprise. So everybody message me who you think is wearing the best costume. Do it in my IM. And I'm going to take a note card. I'm going to open up a note card beside me. And then everybody who IMs me and says that person's name, I'm going to put it on this note card. And then after everybody's done that, I'm going to say, okay, let me tally out. Everybody who IM'd me, voting has basically ended on that. And I'm going to tellate this. And may say, I may have 6 on one name, 3 on another. Okay? All right. We may have a gift card from a store. I'm just going to say from here. Let's say we have a store from Angels, okay? Angels is a great place, clothing line. She does wonderful for us. And she may give us, maybe a gift card. Let's say a 200 Linden gift card. I have that gift card in my hand, and I have one contest that has 6 people on it. And then 3 on another. The person that has the 6, I'm going to say, okay, it's Jane Doe. Jane Doe has the most votes. And I'm going to send her gift, which happens to be from Angels Designs over here. And it's a $200 gift card. And I'm going to send to their inventory, congratulations, everybody voted for you. If it ends up being a tie, please let a host or a manager know. Because if that happens, then we can work out a deal. We might have another gift card to give, and say, here is 200 Linden gift cards, or here's 2 100 Linden gift cards, and we'll split the price. Here's 100 and 100. So you're working with your team to get this going. It's great, you're having fun with it. Contest boards. If you don't know how to use a contest board, that's okay. We won't do it today. I probably will do the contest board next week on the next class, but I will show you how to use one of the contest boards and teach you how to use a contest board, personally, one-on-one. Again, contest boards, will be covered with annual contests of a board. You also ask to be able to practice with a board whenever a club hires you. There's a variety of contest boards at SL, but we will I have one. If I know that several people in the group may have another type of contest board, I'll ask them to bring another contest board, and it'll be no problem. We'll teach you how to at least do 2 contest boards. But again, we're not going to cover that tonight. We'll start that next Thursday at 6 o'clock. But I'm just going over a few things that, hosts do and things and challenges. Because I know this is overwhelming and you can't learn everything in one day. But we're going to go on number 6 here, okay? If your time changes, okay? Politely send a note card, listing hours to whoever is responsible for creating your schedule. Let them know so they can get somebody to replace you. Or if you can't find anybody, ask another host, hey, I can't do this. Can you come in and temporarily take my position for that night until I can find somebody else? Or let management know that I got to find somebody else to take that time and see if I can get that. Because sometimes hosts will trade times with you. We just got to find out. So if you can't show up that day, please give us at least, if you can, a 2-hour notice. If you can't do at least a 2-hour notice, let us know. Most of the time, I'm around, or even another DJ's around, and you'd be surprised how these DJs do know how to host too. And so do our bouncers. It's a community thing, okay? So that's something you really, really need to understand. We have to work as a team, and we're strong as we can be, but we can be very weak if somebody doesn't let us know, hey, I'm not going to be there. But we do understand, too, if you have an emergency and you go to a hospital and you can't contact us, do not be afraid to let us know when you come back. Hey, I am so sorry I missed this. I was in a car wreck and I was in the hospital for a couple of days. I'm so sorry. I had no way to get to contact you. We're not going to fire you. We're going to ask you, are you okay? Because you are what's important to us, because you're part of a team here. But we do like to know what's going on. That's the thing. We're not going to punish you for something that might happen in real life. I'm going to go on to another one. Number 7, you're going to dress for an event. And I know it's talked about this before, but it's your favorite event, Whether it's truly or not, you're going to pretend like this is your favorite. Even if they tell you to wear the color pink and you have pink outfit, pink shirt, polka dot, something, you're going to make it out. This is the favorite thing in the world that you love. You're going to pull it off. You're going to be an actor. You're going to show and model and make it your best. Okay, you're going to please the crowd. You're going to jump in and think, hey, I may wear a itty-bitty tiny bikini and truly hate it, but I'm gonna wear it because it's part of the contest and I'm gonna strut that sucker. I'm gonna have fun in it because at the end of the day, it's just an outfit. It's not a big deal. It's not gonna hurt your relationship. You're not gonna have anything wrong with it. It's just an outfit. Just be excited. Because when you're hosting, that's the thing. You want the people to come in. You want them to have fun. If they're having fun, they're enjoying the place, they're going to tip you. And if they don't tip you, don't get upset about it because they may not have some linden. Everybody's paychecks are different. They make money at a different time. And if they tip you 1 linden, do not think of it as an insult. I've had people in here that may have only had 5 linden to their name and give me their 5 linden. And I'll sit there and say, take back your 5 linden. And I'll give it back to them. And I'll tell them, they'll sit there and go, but this is all I have. And I'll go, I'm happy if you tip me 1 linden. Because it shows your appreciation to me that I'm doing my job. Because some people don't have the linden. And some people do. So don't think 1 linden as an insult. Think of it, I'm doing my job and this person doesn't have much money. They're not insulting me. They're giving me a compliment. That is one of the main things that I will push. Because I have heard people go, it's an insult. I've only made 3 linden. It's an insult. It's not an insult. Because you do not know the situation in another person's or the person that's tip you situation. They may not have much in here, but if they're willing to give you 1 linden or 3 linden, take it as the best, because you got to remember where you started. Not all of us, when we first started SL, did we have the linden? When we were going to these places and people coming being our friends, did we have the money? No. We had to find some way to make linden. Take it as that. They may not have a way to make linden yet. Or it may be end of the month and they don't have their paychecks yet. Don't think of it as every time you come to host, you're going to make a lot of money. You're not. But you're going to make a lot of friends. You know, and that's more anything. You're going to make something of yourself. And then when more and more people come in, the more and more stuff, the better it gets for you and for them, if that makes any sense. Now remember one thing, you know, you're going to sell a little thing. You don't have to do them every time. I don't even post those every 15 minutes. I do it every time or when I feel like it, because you'll hear your DJ say, hey, I have a wonderful host here. Show my host some loving, and loving doesn't always mean tips. I have had people actually IM me, say, hey, I don't have the money. You're doing an awesome job. I want to be like you. I want to be able someday to host like you. That's a compliment to me. That makes me feel so well. It's better than a linden. You know, what if you had somebody that just looked up to you and say, hey, the way you host and do things and make you feel like you're my role model? That would make you feel like the best person in the world, because they're saying, hey, I don't have any linden to give you, but I want you to know you're the best I've seen, or you're awesome. How would that make you feel? It's going to make you feel good. You know, so missing that few linden ain't going to hurt you. Now here on number 9, I'm gonna give you a key thing on this one, okay? You are partners with your DJ, okay? You are going to communicate with your DJ. You're going to find out some way. Some people communicate through having an IM up constantly with their DJ, and the DJ say, hey, I'm going to do this song, and I want you to plug this for me. And he'll tell you what you want you to do. He may say, hey, I need to do this. Oh, okay, everybody. I just want everybody to know this DJ here is going to dedicate this personal song to everybody in here, because he personally wanted y'all to know that we want to thank you for everything you do for us. You know, he may say something like that and wants you to say that before he goes and he does his plug. And he's going to end up thanking you, thanking everybody's here. He may do something like that. He may also plug, that's what's going on. Our DJs here will plug like I do. They will talk about the movie theater. They'll talk about the rentals, because there is houses here. You know, this is not just a club. This is a whole community at this place. Other clubs may run differently, you know, but that's when you're hired, you ask them these questions. Is there anything specific you need me to plug? Anything special you need me to keep an eye of? Like me, end of the month, we have a concert here. Every Friday, you know, on a certain date, on the end of the month, we have one concert a month. So I'm going to plug that concert. I'm going to plug the stores, the movie theater, the swimming pool over here, the rentals, you know, everything I can, because it makes the owners know that I really appreciate my job and it helps them. And if it helps us, it helps out the stores. And some of these store owners will come to these club events. They'll come and dance, and they tip our tip jars, because they're seeing that we're helping them make the community better too. And their clothing here are not too expensive. Some of these, you know, store owners, if they know that a host doesn't have that much money, some of these designers might offer, hey, let this person come in here and pick one outfit. You never know. So it's a win-win for all of us, okay? We are a community. We work together. That's basically what I do. But you're going to plug your DJ too. Hey, everybody, this DJ is doing so awesome. Come check out my sexy DJ over here. Male, female, whatever, sexy DJ. DJ is running. He is burning the house up. He's going to explode this place. You're going to find your way. Again, I use marshmallows. I know another person that use pixie dust when she hosts. She'll throw pixie dust at everybody and take out her little wand and wave it around and stuff. She doesn't work for us, but I know she does at her job, and she's awesome with it because we all have our themes. I may go running around and chasing somebody and throwing candy bars at them and making s'mores with marshmallows and fun stuff like that. You want to have fun and get people in the community with it. I mean, sometimes people here at this club, not every club, this club, they'll have spankers on. And you know who they are. You know them. They don't mind. Don't just go and randomly spank somebody that you don't know, Find out, get close to them and get to know them first, A lot of them will have no problems with it. Now, again, we have a issue here. If you cannot work with a DJ, you two don't get along, let us know, all right? We're not here to harass. We're not here to fight and not, think. If you have a problem with another employee, please take it up with me or Asen, because Asen is the boss and I am a top host, thing. That would be the rules at this club. Now, other clubs, it may be the owners, it'll be the managers. And if the manager says take it up with their top host, and that's the person you go to. Here, we want to know what's going on. If we're not here, then that's when you would take your problem to a bouncer, a security guard, and let them know. Because we don't want them having major problems. If y'all are getting into these major fights and you're fighting and stuff, it does not look good for the community at all. We want you to be professional. But if I find out that you two had been dating and no longer want to work together and you're fighting, well, when you're doing your little hosting there, you better be as professional as you can be. Because if you don't, I guarantee you, 1, I'm going to get rid of you. 2, if you could show me you two can do that one show just for that day and get it over with and come to me and say, hey, I can't work with this person, I will gladly find you another DJ you can work with. But if he's set for that one night to do it, just be professional, get it over with, and then come to us and let us know, because it helps. We're not here to make you miserable. We don't want you miserable. Here, I'm not going to ask you to stay out of IMs while you're working, because I do realize some host will IM every person in here and ask them how you're doing and have like conversations with them, trying to get to know them and going, okay, that's great. But you still have to keep an eye on what's going on into the chat. I don't care if you're flirting or doing naughty things in your naughty box, but I still want you to pay attention and watch the floor, because again, these are your customers. This is your community. You want to be proud. You want to show them what you can do and make them happy and get them pumped to want to be here where you're hosting, because you're doing a hell of a job and you want them to come back for more. Does that make sense at all? Just letting you know that that's just a few things I'm going through over here in my head right now. But again, I have had people come in and work, and we have seen it, that have kept it silent for 15 minutes and not said hi, not did a gesture, nothing. It does not look good, because you want people to come and enjoy you. It's about you and the DJ. You are the stars. You are the actors of the show. Your dancers. If you have dancers, they're part of your show too. You want everybody involved. It makes it fun for them, and it will help you get more tips. If you have someone that's being a problem, it's constantly harassing you, think, please let us know. If I am manager, you can let me or Asa know, or you're going to let our bouncers know. Bouncer at the moment right now is the head of security, is Kugel. If I'm not there and I'm busy or whatever, let Kugel know, hey, this person's harassing me, let him know what's going on. If they're threatening you, let them know. They'll basically, we'll go in and we'll talk to that person. If they get irate with us, then we'll do what we think is appropriate to stop the issue. And if it's bad enough, we will eject. Because our priority is to keep our DJ safe, our host safe, our bouncer safe, whoever works over here safe. Plus, we are planning to keep our people that are on the dance floor safe. So if you have somebody that is not pleasant, let us know. That's the thing in a club. You let the managers know right off. That's part of hosting. Again, I may talk like this is part, but these are our rules here. Other clubs may be a little bit different, but this is what majority of the clubs do, or majority of the places that have concerts and stuff going on. If you can hear my cat behind here, he's like, oh, need love. He's trying to steal the show back here, I think. All right. I'm going to go on number 13. Yeah, it's a lot of rules to take on. Like I said, this is our first class. And I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go over a few things, to let you know and get in your head. You can copy this and put this on a note card if you want to, just so you have it, You work with DJs and dancers. Everyone should be trying to create a wonderful atmosphere of the guests. Again, you want to be happy. You want to have fun, The happy guests will tip. If they don't have it, a lot of them will. I've had quite a few that'll sit there and IM you, or they'll make you feel like you're great. You're awesome. Not everybody have it, And again, like I said, don't use all the gestures mainly as your community. You want them to see that you will actually type too. Gestures are good. I'm not going to say you can't use gestures. Gestures are good. But gestures are easier for a DJ to do, because a DJ doesn't really have time to sit there and do all this stuff, so they may hit a couple of gestures. That's great. But if everybody's sitting there doing gestures all on the dance floor, it gets annoying. So if you want to do your gestures like for your exploder ball, that's fine. If you want to do gestures for the tipping, the host and the dancer type gesture, that's fine. But sometimes a personal note, if you personally typing, taking the time, hey everybody, I just want to tell you, we've got an awesome DJ over here, if you want to show him some Linden love, and that would be awesome. We're here for you. We're doing everything we can. That's personal. People like personal. A personal touch does not ever hurt anybody in hosting. And again, number 14. Chat, 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 chat. Don't rely on spam. You do tips, your notices, you're going to do that, no problem. If you forget to do your notice, a lot of times your DJ will catch it, and the DJ will say, hey, I noticed you were too busy, because you're a team. You'd be surprised. Some of the DJs will sit there and copy your notice and post it for you while you're doing, because they see that you're doing your job and you're just so busy and you forgot it. It's called teamwork. You want to keep the chat going and the flow going on the floor. You want to joke. You want to see how dancers are going and bang, Don't be afraid. You're making it fun. So chat it up. Even if you're shy. I was the shyest person in the world when I first started hosting. Oh my god, I did not want to talk. But now y'all made a monster. But I'm going to tell you the last part of this. Please absorb your club. Look at the policies. On nudes, for, nudity for employment. Some clubs don't like nudity. This club, not a problem with nudity, If you want to run out here butt-ass naked, we're not going to have a problem with it. It would be like, go for it, find out the policies, find out how things work, okay? So we went over the 10 commandments, we went over that. But I'm going to go over one more thing tonight, and then we're going to talk, if you can. You can ask me questions. And then next week, we will have another host class at 6 p.m., and we're going to go on another section of this. Okay? But here's one thing that I know that right now it's very valuable. Sending out a VIP invite. If you don't know how to send an invite to a person or send out a tag, that can be very complicated. You got to have, as a host, you want to have your membership up. You want people to come in. You don't want them to miss something that's going on or a thing. Because sometimes here, we may have a DJ that comes in and say, hey, we have nothing going on, but I feel like hosting. Hey, and they may ask you, hey, do you want to come and be my host for 2 hours? Just let's have a exciting little moment, out of the ordinary thing. And you're like, hey, I got nothing to do. That sounds like fun. Let's do it. If you have that and you have the VIP group, you can send out your notices. Hey, we're just having a little get-together party over here, and I have a DJs that want to work with me. They want to have fun. Let's just go over here and do this. I'm going to send out VIP. Now, if you don't know how to send a tag, that makes it hard for us. Make sure when you are hosting, you have your host tag on. And then and remember what club you're in. If you are high, drunk, it's not going to work for you at hosting. Because you won't be able to function well. We got to have you being able to function well as a host. I'm not going to be rude. Most clubs are not going to take it. Because if you're too high and too drunk and you don't know how to right-click on somebody and give them a tag, you're going to be up a wall in that place. You ain't going to have a job. I'm being honest with that. But again, if you go over here and you right-click on me, you're going to hit a right-click. And then you're going to hit the word more. And then you're going to see the word on top says invite to a group on that person. Click on the invite the group. Here, if you're a VIP person, I would be looking for Fire Island Community because we are Fire Island Community. I would click that and then I would hit OK. And that's going to give you a VIP tag. It's really simple and easy. Okay? Not hard, easy to do. If you are in a Phoenix viewer, okay, and you're trying to do multiple avatars, this is how you're going to do it. Alright? You would click on a profile of your guests you would like to invite to a group. Then you would hit the plus button, okay? You would select the group that you wish to invite the person to join, and then okay. It says then the group invitation, group invitation box is going to open. Right click profile. You see it's all there and you can send your invite. That's how you would do a group one to get them. And those are the 3 things that I wanted to first get over hosting with y'all. I want you to know how to understand this and do that, because next week I'm going to ask you questions on do you know how to send a group invite? And then I'm going to ask you to show me. If you know how to do that, that's great, because that's going to help you out. These are the things. I gave you the 10 commandments to hosting. I gave you some reviews about hosting. And right here, you got how to send a group notice. Again, there's more stuff you're going to learn, but I'm not going to push it all to you all in one day. Is there any questions you would like to ask me right now? Because again, next class will be at 6 p.m. on Thursday. And this has been recorded, and this will be put on Fire Island group in Facebook. So if you missed the class, you can watch the class there. So do anybody have any question or anything? What if we have gone on? Does it seem like too hard? Does hosting seem like something you really want to get into? Because if you do, be here next week. If you can't make it, let me know. And I will make sure you get a link to the video that we do for that next week, because sometimes real life does come up. And you can study it on watch the video, study it there. And then if you want to, you can have a personal one-on-one class with me if you have to miss. We'll make it up. Is everybody good with that? Okay, I did ask before I close this class up and everything, I did ask a couple of the DJs to show up here to explain when you're hosting. Each DJ is different and they run differently. So you're going to be a team with somebody, and let's say I put you with Asen. So Asen has different rules that he does and how he wants you to work with him. So before y'all would even go on and do a club together, I would at least have y'all sit down for at least an hour talking to each other, so he could tell you what he expects of his host. And that's with any other DJ. I would want y'all to get together, because if y'all don't get along in that first hour, then it's best I put you with a different DJ, because But he's going to want a host that's, when he says get naked, get naked. Because that's how he rolls. And he wants you to listen to when he DJs, because he'll give you key things. If he says something and he's getting your attention and he has a key word for you, and you hear that key word, he's going to expect you to answer back. And if you don't answer back, well, it's going to throw everything out of sync, you know. And again, if you went to the bathroom, you were supposed to what? DJ, you're supposed to, I am the DJ, and I am the bouncer, or I am a person here to say, hey, I'm going to the bathroom. But you always have to let your DJ know for a fact you're going to the bathroom. So that won't happen. Because he's your team. What both of y'all do together matters. And Awaz is a big person who knows that. That is a big matter, because he is a host here at Fire Island, and he does work for us. And he wants to be involved, but he wants to get better at his hosting. So he's coming here to be supportive and to work with us. Asen, is there anything that you would like to have personally done?
Alright, I just sent out my show script. This is the same show script I use. That, like, I think AWAS has the original. If you guys want to look at that and we can talk about the items or the questions, because I run, like, my show is the same show in life as it is in Second Life.
Again, that's how he DJs. And this is how he wants down. And it says basic run of any party for Ace and DJ. He wants you 30 minutes before people start showing up, so y'all can have your conversation, find out what you want to do, you know. 10 minutes before you move into position, you put out your tip jars, open up staff chat, you know. You and him will be, you know, having a little IM stuff going on. Not a problem, so you can interact, you know. You know, want to welcome the crowd. He wants you hyped up. He wants you inviting guests. He wants you to teleport in your friends that you know they're doing, like I told you earlier. You know, 50 minutes. He says jackets, shirts off. You know, 30 pants off. You know, down to the jocks and boots. And 45 minutes. You know, 50 minutes. He goes. Second round of notices, you know, he goes fully naked. This is how he runs his thing. This is how he does. If you don't want to work with that, that's fine. You just let me know, and we put you with a different DJ. But this is how he wants his host to run. And his DJs do really well when they run with him. I run with him. I just can't do fully naked because pregnant women don't look good as a beach wall at the moment. Just saying. You can hit me later. I know I'm gonna get smacked. At 1:30, he says, "Go dance with our guests." Interact with them and everything. But once I have the kids, you know me, I will go down, but I will go into skimpy underwear because that's just me. I will go topless. I just have one issue, but he understands that. And if you talk to him and you have issues and you have a good, valid reason for it, then they understand. This is his guy. This is what he wants. Order a whiskey. His computer's acting up. He orders a White Russian. Something needs to be removed. Puts his crown on. You need to handle something yourself. Ask for beer. He's stepping away for 10 minutes. Cover him. In other words, if he has to step away, again, he has to take bathroom breaks just like you. And if you got to cover for him. If he asks for a bartender, wrap it up. He wants to know if you're ready. It's important. He talks crap. He jokes. Sometimes he may be a pain in the ass. That's okay. We love him. He's going to have you do everything he wants, But if you don't do it, he'll put you in time shed. He'll put you in timeout, But play along with him. Interact. Joke. It is awesome when you're part of this community. That's how he works. Now, another thing about Asen. He likes doing the notices himself. So if you're working with him, he may just tell you, don't worry about doing the notices. If you're here 30 minutes early, you're getting all your stuff, but he will ask you one thing. Make sure your clientele and you're paying attention to his keywords. And that's how he rolls, but that's one style of a DJ. Now, Alpha here. It happens to be my husband. He is also a DJ. But he doesn't do his own notices. He will expect his host to do his notices. But he also expects his host to respect him and work with him. He will play the team. He also prefers that you communicate with him. If you can't communicate with your DJ, you may say, hey, we have 30 minutes before you're showing up, 30 minutes. For your event. You may go, hey, what kind of event do we want to do? He may say, hey, don't worry about doing an event. Just tell everybody, just come here. Just come on and let's just party. We're going to have hard rock. Just tell everybody that we're going to rock out hard. Just come in what they're wearing. Not a problem. Let's just have fun. That might be what he'll tell you. And if you say, hey, I may want to do pajamas. And he might say, hey, that sounds like fun. I'll put on my pajamas right now. Let's do this. And then you make out your notices. I will be teaching you how to do notices next week. So that will be something that will be coming up. But right now, I wanted you to make sure you understood how to do VIP tags. And what the commitment is about being a host. Because host is a lot of hard work, but it's something a lot of people like me who enjoy, because we like going around being a goofball. If you're a type who likes to throw spit wads up in the air, do it in the club. Throw spit wad in the club, run around, accidentally hit a spit wad on your DJ, run like hell, hide behind somebody, and go, oops. People will laugh. People will be thinking it's funny. Don't actually hit a customer unless you actually know who that customer is. Because then you know who you can joke with and who you can't. But it will help you get tips and will help you become part of the community. And that's the big thing. This is not just you going and being a princess, a diva, or a goddess, or thinking you're the president. That's not how you host. This is a team. This is where we all work together. Yeah, but On the next one, I will explain to you what happens if a DJ does lose streams, a couple of things you could do to let them go, reboot, restart their stream while they're gone. You may have dead air. Lord, I've done it many times, become a comedian to singing in SL just to keep people in and keep them entertained until the DJ comes back in about 10-15 minutes. And I've seen hosts later on who love hosting end up, oh yeah, you can auction him off. I've done that. I auctioned off my brother. It's like, oops, he's not there. Oh, by the way, while you're gone, I had sold you off for 5 linden to so-and-so. And then run. Hide behind somebody. I mean, my suggestion would be hide behind the bodyguard. You know, even though Kugel is small and tiny, I'll hide behind him. He's big and mighty. Just saying. But it's fun, you know. Have I missed anything at the key roll at this first hosting class? Is there any questions that you need to answered? You know, or do you understand everything I've explained? I'm hoping I explained in detail what it's like to be a host and things that need to be done and learned. I hope I wasn't too strict. And I hope y'all are having a pretty good time. Well, if y'all don't have any other questions to ask or anything, or any suggestions to make right now, then let's go ahead and wrap up our first class of hosting at Fire Island. And I want to thank you all for coming out tonight, and we will have another hosting class at 6 o'clock on Thursday. And this will be put on Facebook as soon as we could. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here, and thank y'all for coming. I appreciate it.